How to find love in middle life. A guide to finding love for the midlife woman. Module 3, The Changing Face of Love. Part 1. What is love? Whether we recognize it or not, there's a universal hunger for love. Everyone is looking for it, talking about it, singing about it. Yet if you ask people what love is, most of them couldn't give you a clear answer. There are songs called What is this thing called love? Tell me the truth about love. Love is a many splendid thing. In English, love is a very hard-working word. It has to do many jobs. The trouble is we have only one word to cover so many different kinds of love. The Romans were better off. At least they had two different words for different kinds of love. The ancient Greeks were, I believe, even better provided, as they had 5 words for various kinds of love. Sadly for many people, mostly men, the word in English has become exclusively associated in their minds with intimate relations, usually between a couple, but not necessarily, and usually involving sexual intercourse. Yet if you said to these people, do you love your children or your parents? They would say, oh yes, but that is different. On thinking about it, these people would agree that there are many other kinds of love. These include love of friends, of animals, of communities, and countries. It even extends to football teams. The trouble is, most people rarely think about, let alone talk about love. They just take it for granted when they encounter it. What we're going to be talking about particularly is intimate love. And once again, we now come back to this question of what is it? It usually involves a man and a woman, but not necessarily. We could say that probably the common denominators of intimate love are close affection, intimacy, which may or may not include sex, and most important, mutual understanding and trust. When a young couple get together and find they're in love, they fully expect that they will stay in this heightened state for the rest of their lives. This is the dream of unchanging love. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. We can recognize that the nature of love changes over time. The example I use is there is an obvious difference in the loving relationship and behavior of teenagers and their grandparents. Based on my experience and observations, I would like to suggest there are at least 3 different phases which intimate love goes through in a lifetime. These 3 phases could be called romantic love, working love, and mature or midlife love. I call these 3 phases the seasons of love. We're going to be looking at these 3 seasons of love in the later sections of this module of the course. That is the end of Module 3, Changing Face of Love, Part 1.